Ah. Hello everybody, and welcome to We're Just Drawing. We're just drawing tonight. No, nothing special. Also, I would like to apologize for the stream chat not working again tonight. I did look into it. Turns out YouTube did an update, and OBS, it no longer sends. How was it worded in the document? YouTube no longer recognizes the CSS in the OBS code, so I can't use a custom chat window anymore. If I turn on the chat box, it now looks like this. Wait, that's not the right one. This one. It now looks like this. Because it doesn't actually register the code for it. So it just actually displays the chat box as is in YouTube. That kind of sucks. You can't read it. And also looks ugly as shit. So it's I don't know, man. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. Just like the good old days. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, it's a little tragic. I hope that gets fixed on its own. Cause I don't know how to do anything else besides the can delete comments now, right? Hello Ian. Hello Michael. But yeah, I don't know what to do about it. I only know how to display the chat box with the CSS thingy. It's okay, I'm constantly taking screenshots of the chat, so, you know. No one can hide anything. I'll just... do this. Isn't this a cute cat, though? Isn't this... cat, though? Oh, yeah, I got the notification for that. Didn't they finish the game? That thumbnail was silly, though. With Alon. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna do this today. I don't know whether I want him to be angry or not. I don't know if I want him to be, angry or, maybe a small smile. Yeah, oh. He was being very sus about the details. Ah, I see, I see. It's timely time for this bitch to rest. Ah. Computers do be that way. I guess I could just make him look tired. That's something. Let's here, we'll do this real quick. I'll make it easier to redraw. Because Tom always just looks tired. Maybe we won't make him look like a pissy baby. He's only like that part of the time in the game. Oh yeah, that should probably be shorter as well. Yeah, dot dot dot. Yeah, dot dot dot. Well, we'll do it this way. Yeah, dot dot dot. Yeah, I do hope that by the time like this weekend rolls around, like I'll be able to get that chat box up and running, because that's just annoying. That's just annoying. Or maybe figure out another way to display a chat box. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. Yeah. It had a good run. Ah, pretty good, pretty good. You're not one of those people that will just like change out every part in the computer. Because I think the computer I have, I can kind of just swap parts in and out. Like for the foreseeable future. I don't know. And stick to laptops? Ah, reasonable. With staying simple, that's very fair. Yeah, we'll probably... They always describe Tom as having, like... having a bunch of bags under his eyes. They're always like, he's a tired cat, though. The most intensive thing you'll do is VNs. Oh, you don't want to transition to be a PC gamer master race or whatever the pitch usually is. With the unnecessary lighting all over the place. But don't you love turning on like a... Like, I don't watch a lot of like gamer streams, right? But anytime I look up like a YouTube tutorial for streaming setups, like just like an OBS tutorial or something, the person always has these big ass gamer lights strewn about their entire place with like 20 monitors and so many things on their desk, and I'm like, what? What is all this? What? Gamer lights. Like, bruh. But your console, oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, I get it. It was weird when I realized I could just, like, play games on the PC now. It was very odd. Okay. Haven't kept up. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is from Chinya. And how did you pronounce the title before hearing the proper pronunciation? Okay, so I really lucked out, Ian, because Messer was the one that told me about the game in VC, And he was like, Josh, you should play it. It's a cool game. It's called Chinya. And I'm like, a what? And he's like, it's a Polish word. I'm like, okay. So I heard him pronounce it. Before I really ever saw how like before I ever tried to pronounce it, so I really lucked out there. It was very good. It was very good. Oh, hello, Sleep Cat. Oh, thank you. Honestly, yeah. I also on the first episode, because like it was kind of a while between like when Messer told me the title and when I recorded it. So like I pulled out a Google, right, and was like, Google, pronounce it for me. Granted, that didn't stop me from mispronouncing nearly every name in the game. OPG, yeah. It's okay. Eventually they added a feature in that game where names are now highlighted and you can click on them and it will show you how to pronounce them. a pretty cool feature. I would not know how like stuff is pronounced in that game without that. How am I doing this? I think I have it done. Yeah, let's just... Okay. Yeah, should he be a pissy baby? Should he be Schmite? Maybe I'll leave him as the pissy baby. I'm gonna choose to believe that feature was created because of you. It was like build 3, because I had played it when build 1 came out, and it wasn't until build like 2 or 3 when that feature was built in. So, it might have. But I don't want to take credit for that. There are probably other YouTubers playing that game. It's not just me. It's all fine. Yeah, okay. There we go. That's alright. No, it's not. Oh yeah, hello, Roller. Did I remove the side live chat? No. YouTube broke it. There was an update on YouTube recently, so it no longer works. と。Here we go. Let's see here. To. How did you get into art? I want to say like I was just kind of always into it. Like even as a kid, I was always like, oh, that's like, even if I didn't have like the language for it, like I would, like I knew that I liked art. I knew it was cool. And then like in by the time I got into high school, I started learning about like modern art history and stuff like that. And got really into learning about like the history of like animation and like in America and in Japan. As well as the comic book industry. It was real big in learning like the history of that back then. So I was kind of just like, as far back as I can really remember. Hello, Koi. Kind of as far back as I can remember, I'd been like either researching it or just having an active interest. Though I didn't really start drawing in earnest until like college. College was around the time that I was like, I think I want to learn how to do it. And you know, then I just, you kind of just go do it, right? Kind of one of those skill sets that like if you want to learn it, you just sit down and learn it, right? Oh, thank you, Koi. Though I will admit, I didn't really start learning digital art until, like, I don't know, like 3 years ago. Or at least digital drawing. Like, I knew how to, like, do stuff digitally, because, like, you learn graphic design, right? Yeah, so, like, I know how to use, like, I knew how to use, like, the Adobe suite and stuff since high school / early college. But I didn't start, like, doing, like, full digital drawings until, like, just a few years back. When did you start doing videos on YouTube? The exact same time I was like, I guess I need to learn digital drawing for this. That was, you know, that's the reason why a lot of my digital art was real rough, is I'm like, how does this work? Drawing lines on a tablet and drawing lines on a paper with a pencil is very different. So if you've been here for a while, you got to see me, like, basically learn how to digitally draw. Like, it was really annoying just because it's like, I learned traditional in college, and it's like, well, I know how to draw a circle, I clearly can, but everything just feels so different in digital. So that was, like, really annoying to get over. Do you still prefer physical? I don't really, I don't do a lot of drawing physical too much anymore. The only physical drawings I do anymore are thumbnails, for stuff to do in digital later. And I'll very rarely, like, I'll usually just recreate the thumbnail in digital fully myself, rather than, like, using it as a base. Like, sometimes I would take a picture, bring it in, and use the base sketch that I did physically, but I don't really do that too much anymore. I'll usually, like, thumbnail it out the night before in, like, a sketchbook and go like, yeah, I need to do something like that, and then just go and do it the next day digitally. Like, I kind of prefer the... There are things I prefer physically opposed to digitally, but there's no, like, one is strictly better than the other. It's more like, you can just Command Z or Control Z in, what's it called? Like, on digital, and you can't do that on physical. But at the same time, in physical, like, you can actually, like, hold the page, and there's a different feel to being able to, like, hold it. And being able to, like, rotate the drawing physically as you're working with it. Like, sure, I can turn the canvas, but you don't have that tactile feel of being able to like turn it and get a better angle on how you want to like arc a line. I think it's more that like it was a necessity to switch to digital. Just kind of is what it is. Like, part of it is always going to be, like, learning how to apply, like, these settings off to the side to make the brush feel how you want it to. To make it feel similar to how you do things in physical. It's like, there's a lot of ways to make it feel like you're drawing traditionally in digital, but it's a lot of, you tinkering around with digital settings, and you know, if you're used to physical, you're probably not going to interact with that stuff that much. So it's a weird process. And magic happens. I don't know about that. There's a lot of things in digital that I just don't like to touch, because I just don't like how it feels digitally. I'm sure everyone knows, but it's like, you know, that's like part of the reason why I don't color, is I hate the way coloring feels digitally. Like, sure, I mostly did monocolor in college as well, but I would at least, like, do other things. Then it just feels so different. Like, I could never get the settings right to make it feel like I'm smudging pigments, like, digitally, as opposed to, like, physically. Because, like, sure, I know that none of my... I don't post any physical art on anything, so, like, no one knows what a lot of that stuff used to look like. But a lot of my colored, both paintings, illustrations, whatnot, were very smeary, I guess. I would constantly blend things together in a really jagged way. Remember there was a painting I did done entirely in diagonal lines of like a field of sunflowers. So it had a pretty weird feel to it. And that's not something that I could ever, like I could probably recreate it digitally, but I have no idea how. Because I don't know how to get those, like, that texturing to work with, like, the brushes and the paint. Yeah, Totano. we go. Just how many features there are to make digital feel closer to physical. It is a lot. I mean, like, the whole point of digital, like, programs is to recreate that feel, but digitally, so, like, I get it. Oh, the stupid emoji button? Yeah, I don't like it. It's there, but, like, I can't read shit. I'm glad they fixed it in the YouTube Studio portion, at least, where it no longer blocks the text. It's now on a separate line. I wonder if there's a way for, like, me to turn it off. But I also don't know. Maybe I'll look into it. I find that basically everyone hates the damn thing, so if I can turn it off, maybe I will. He's coming along. I do like Tom quite a bit. Like, as far as, like, protagonists go in these games, he's probably now one of my favorites. I kind of like how outspoken he is. He's only kind of a doormat. Though it does do a cute thing where it's both these characters are the point of view character. If you haven't played Jinya, you swap between them. Only kind of. It depends on who he's talking to. Like, there are some characters that he'll be like, I guess I'll just accept what they say. And then some characters he's outspoken to. It's, yeah, it's... Tom talks to people differently. That's kind of cool. Like, he talks to Jakob very differently from, what's it called? Yeah, Jakob? Jakob? Some of the names are hard. It looks like Jacob, but when I clicked the thing, it said, like, Jakob? Like the J was pronounced as a Y, and I'm like, oh. Well, there's a lot of characters like that, where there is... until the patch, I guess we'll call it, with the pronunciation guide built in, I was calling one character DeWitt the whole time, and I'm just... like, I'm a silly American. Oh, it's David? W's are pronounced like V's? Ah... Why is it like this? why is language forsaking us like this? Yeah, Eh? Oh, there we go. Yeah, But I do like the Hyena Brothers a lot, so... because I'm not easy. If I was easy, I would say the bear is my favorite, but I do like him. It's like, why they gotta go out of their way of telling me that the bear was a little musky when he went to go pick me up for dinner? It's like, wow, they really just, like, really told us that, didn't they? You fell for it? No. I'm not that easy. You can't prove anything. None of you watched that playthrough. You can't prove anything. Pretty sure I didn't say anything embarrassing there, probably, hopefully. I feel like I was far more talkative in that playthrough than I normally was, or at least like in recent memory. Probably because I was just enjoying that one a lot more. No offense to, like, some of the games I've played recently. I say recently, that I played, like, earlier this year. Where I'm like, I'm a little bored, so I'm just reading words. Like, I know that I've had to, like, I haven't edited the clips yet, but there are a couple of points where, I've already bookmarked some things for myself to make clips from this playthrough. Where I'm like, really? I didn't say that as I'm listening to the clip. No, I think the embarrassing character I like in this game is I like Tom's dad. And I really shouldn't like Tom's dad. Oh, you get to those introductory scenes, and it's like, oh, I shouldn't like him, but also... The immediate description of, like, Tom coming home and accidentally kicking beer cans that are on the floor, and I'm like, oh no. And you see him, and it's like, oh no, he's a scrungly cat ball. No, it's not like Sydney's that. It's different. It's different. Because instead he's pathetic. Instead you have Tom coming home and being like, oh god, again? Like, get a hold of yourself, old man. Like, goes to his room. And the dad's just like, aww. It's that dynamic. It's very good. He's very wholesome. He's not, but... It's fine. It's fine. But I do think the Scooby-Doo hijinks of the Hyena brothers, that one's for me. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's for me. The older Hyena brother inviting the main character over to his place and being like, oh, I have some German snacks at my place. And the younger brother leans over and goes, I'm the German snack. I'm like, I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I'm like, David, you're trying too hard and it's working. Oh, no, he's charming. I miss Scooby-Doo. I mean, Scooby-Doo hasn't really left, has it? Like, we still get yearly movies for Scooby-Doo. We still... Yeah. I think we're doing pretty good still. Like, sure, I didn't like last year's movie because it was kind of ass. But, like, you know, that happens when you have a yearly, like, film release. It's no big deal. Like, I don't expect a Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo, like, every year. We Got Velma? What show? I don't think so. But I find that, like, Scooby-Doo is such a strong brand that, like, even if I don't like a single installment that comes out, I'm like, I'll get another one in, like, a year or two, and it'll be fine. Like, sure, do I want another film to be as batshit insane and hilarious to watch, like Franken-Creepy? Yes, but, you know. So you are planning on seeing Borderlands this weekend, right? Ooh, do I... Oh, hello, Sirius. Do I want to watch that? Is that real? Is that movie real? So, like, if it's, if the story is bad and unfunny, does that make it a good video game adaptation? Oh. It makes sense. Finally, a faithful video game adaptation. I still need Lilith to say "sup killer" like in the movie. I'm gonna be so disappointed if that doesn't happen. Oh my god. Like, was this a fever dream or did this actually happen? Did we get a live action, Last of Us TV show? Was that me just, like, hallucinating that, or was that real? I can't remember, because I didn't watch it. Like, did they say the line? Did they say the line? It was real, chat? No. Like, did they, like, every single new installment of The Last of Us, I always ask, do they say the line? They did not say the line. Then what's the point of this entire franchise? It's gift wrapped. Then again, I'm still waiting for Life is Strange to do it. I'm still waiting for, like, Max to go like, wow. Life really is strange. Wowzers. I need this to happen. You don't understand how much I need this to happen. It might be ass. No, it will be ass. Like every installment of Life is Strange. Exactly the way that I want it. I never want Life is Strange to be genuinely good. I need it to be cringe and kind of terrible. That's the Life is Strange I care about. I need more shitty dialogue, like "go fuck your selfie." And I don't... What was the line from Max in, like, episode 2? Like, wow, imagine watching Final Fantasy The Spirits Within on this TV. I don't care what anyone says. That's the greatest sci-fi film ever made. Like, it's that level of cringe. I need it. I need the pain. Yes! Yes! Like, you have no idea how excited I was when they announced the next Life is Strange game. I'm just like, I want this franchise to never die. I need the cringe every 3 to 4 years. Everyone's always like, but Josh, it's cringe and has a bad script. And I'm like, yes, as intended. Is the first game still the best, you think? I actually really like True Colors. I think that one has some really good cringe in it while still telling a, for the most part, compelling narrative. As best Life is Strange can, you know? Smile. Oh, Dungeon Grandpa? I'm sorry, friend. We try to not talk about Dungeon Grandpa here. Not that I dislike Dungeon Grandpa. I actually like the franchise quite a bit. But, it's, you know. True Colors was fun? I thought it was. I'm glad that we have a furry visual novel adaptation of it now. I need to get back to that. Like, I know the new update came out, but I had already recorded, like, 7 parts of, what's it called? Rain Check. And, like, I want to finish Rain Check, because I also really like that game. That game's a lot of fun. I love how snarky the cast of Rain Check is. They're constant, like, outside of the main character, who's, like, a himbo bottom. Yeah, that's, yep. Yeah, I guess if you ever wanted to have a VN protagonist be that, Rain Check is for you. But everyone else is pretty... like a thing. Everyone's constantly, like, shooting jabs at each other in dialogue in Rain Check, and I kind of love that. Except for your main character, who's just like, I don't know what's happening. Oh, that's a big wolfer. That's how I imagine how he talks. That's definitely how I voice him. I haven't been told no in the comments how I voice him, so it's fine. The himbo voice. Yeah, reserved for such characters like Sid from Temptations Ballad. And I guess now, Theodore. The MC is always the most bottom character. That's not always true. You have what? Route D, Dave in Password. He's pretty top. And, like, if we didn't have the scene with Jakob, I think you could make an argument that Tom was pretty like this cat though is pretty good. But you know, he do bottom for money, so he do be a little guy. Tom from what game? This is from Chinya. It ain't gay. And it's from gay guys. It's true, it's true. And even Tom is pretty, like, reserved about the whole thing. Kind of liked the dialogue after that scene. It was pretty funny on Tom's part. Jakob just being like, oh, that was great. I hope you had a great time. And Tom just going, felt like any other time. I'm like, this cat right here. Ruthless, right? Nah, Tom's great. I love this little lad. He has so much internal dialogue that's just like, oh god fucking damn it. He makes me laugh. Would you know, Tom? Yeah, I would. This lad's great. I mean, like, I would probably say yes to the majority of characters in Shinya, because I'm weak. There's a big ol', like, pleasant Tigor man. And I'm like, oh no, he's Asian. Oh boy, he Asian. He'll just mention some things and I'm like, ah. Or have certain mannerisms that I'm like, oh no, that's weird. Like, how close that is. Like, I'm not used to that for fur. There's like one moment where he mentions food, and I'm like, wait, he mentioned like adobo. I like adobo. Maybe I should make that later this week. Yeah. It should be fine. Granted, I don't entirely know what I'm gonna do post finishing up. What's it called? Rain check, and then because after rain check, I'll play the update for what's it called? Northern Lights. Because I wanna do that. I like that game. It is silly. No Way Home? Will the update be out by then? Like, I'll play that as soon as it... Like, I'll record it as soon as it drops, but, Because the Patreon build hasn't even, like, come out yet, right? They just announced the Patreon build? How are we looking? That looks okay. I mean, the hands are going to be jank because I don't want to work that hard on it. Look, I don't want this to be no, like, 10 or 15 hour long sketch. So I was real lazy with that. It's like, nah, we'll make a sketch of this in like an hour and a half, and call it a day. Did you ever play Eden's Reach? I heard that game was a whole ass zombie, so I didn't play it. Choosing fights wisely. Well, usually when I hear someone tell me to not play a VN, I'm like, okay, like if someone's going out of their way to be like, don't play this, maybe I should listen. That game was bullied in the polls. Facts. That shit was so funny. I loved for like roughly like a year and a half getting comments from people going like, when are you gonna play Eden's Reach? When are you gonna do that? When's Eden's Reach? And it was always different people in the comments, right? Like it wasn't even like one guy doing it. I always put Eden's Reach back then on like, oh, what game should I play, guys? And like it would always be in last place. Every time without fail. You're so happy that core beat it. Oh dear. Oh my. Never clicked, right? Look, Shelter didn't get a real vote on the last poll that I did. That's like, ah, no new drawing of Alon. Yeah, People have bad taste. No, instead people were like, draw a smoke room character. And I'm like, cool. I'll draw one that no one is gonna ask for. Look, I'm petty. You all know it. Yeah, extracurricular. Look, extracurricular activities is still the most popular playthrough I've ever done, so, like, people like that game. Would that be a bunch of easy likes on Twitter and retweets if I did, like, a drawing of a character from that game? Kill it with fire. You will take your emoji and you will like it. This is why I fully type out emojis, you know? I would, like, type out the full words for, like, thumbs up emoji. And my family members would be very confused. The heart is, oh my god. Look, I never used that shit, okay? All my fucking classmates in high school and in college would always be like, Josh, you don't use emojis? You don't know what this is? And I'm like, bitch. Why do I need to know this shit? You've never even watched a Mamoru Oshii film. But come on. Look, it was in art, like, it was in art history. It's fine. I can make comments like that. It's just... It's okay, Sirius. We've already made fun of you for that earlier in the stream. It's okay, everyone deleted those those posts, so you couldn't see it. Oh, hello, Ninza. Goat. Like, I know that's an asterisk, but, like, I'm reading that, and I'm like, we love putting trademark in someone's name. Extremely base. Look, I love reading articles in which they have to put trademark at the ends of, like, titles and names. I'm always just like, oh, that reads so poorly. Dystopian. Oh. Look, as someone that likes to read articles from, like, the Disney company and stuff, you see that shit all the time. It's them. What, we don't love the Disney company in this household. Oh yeah, where the demon lurks. That's the Hamburger game, right? I love that clip. I love that clip of Morris just being like, Hamburger. How many updates along is Where the Demons Lurk? I always feel like that game updates so slowly. Because I remember, like, not checking in on it for, like, half a year, and they still hadn't, like, updated, like, the game, and so I just kind of forgot about it. And I'm like, okay, I just won't pay attention to this game. I don't care to consistently play this with updates. Starting in COVID? No, actually, because, like, I think I was weirdly one of the first people that started a playthrough on it, because, like, they put out a demo before Build 1, and I played the demo. Like, pretty, not like early on when I first started my first channel, but like it was like most of the way into 2021. It was like December of 2021, or like November or some shit like that. Granted, that game has a lot more like programming put into it than other games. It's like, oh, they're not just dropping in the art assets and calling it a day, which there's nothing wrong with that, of course. They're trying to like animate the characters in scenes and shit. And I'm like, I'm sure people will think of this as an insult, and go men sorry. But it reminded me a lot of like how they would try to animate the models in NepNep or Hyperdementia Neptunia. Yeah, you know, that hyper lesbian turbo franchise. It's fine, don't worry about it. No one has to play those games. It's fine. You don't need to Google it. Don't Google it. Okay, don't do yourself a favor. Don't look up that franchise. Vert best girl. I'm just saying. Like, I love when Japan is like, but what does a white woman act like? Oh, that shit's so funny for no reason. You know, they like continue making games for that franchise, and I do occasionally like look at them on like summer sales and go like, do I want to make a bad decision today? And buy Neptunia on Steam to stream it just once, not a full playthrough, just like a one-off stream. Because those games are so bad. Granted, we would never see it in a one-off stream, but the amount of venom and vile towards Nintendo as a company is really funny. They make the girl that's supposed to be Nintendo like one of the most cold, callous individuals in the franchise. And she's just like, my marketing's so good, no one's gonna care how I talk to them. Like, it's like the way she talks. And I'm like, damn. Like the girl that's supposed to represent the Xbox was trying to chat with the girl that represents Nintendo, and the Xbox girl's just like, "Aw, Nintendo, do you want to collab on a project? I'm sure our fans would love it if we collabed, right? Like, we're both so big, like it'll be great, it'll be great." And Nintendo is just like, I'm gonna tell you it's because I'm gonna tell you no, and I'm gonna tell you that the reason is because our fans are very different, and thus it would never work out very well. But really, I just don't want to work with you. I'm just like, damn. Like, they're not even trying to hide it. Like, they at least just made the PlayStation girl, like, a klutz. She's not really a klutz. That's the Xbox girl. But they made, like, the PlayStation girl, like, I'm not obsessed with nerdy shit and anime, but baka. Like, they went with that angle for her, you know, because PlayStation has all the anime games. She has her fans, I think. Huh. I did love the running gag of when CyberConnect 2... You all know that studio, right? CyberConnect 2? They did some of the dot hack games back in the past. They did, like... They're most known for doing the Naruto fighting games. They're most known for that. Right, in America. In Japan, they're known for other reasons. And they make fun of it in Neptunia, where, like, the CyberConnect 2 girl walks up, and she's just a whole-ass cat girl, and people are just like, uh-huh. And she's like, no, it's not like that. Like, no, I have an image to uphold. Because that company is just known for being full of furries. They used to publish, like, a furry fan magazine. Once every decade, they will publish a furry game because, like, it's what they want to make. They're the people that made, like, Tail Concerto, Solitarobo, and, like, Melodies of Coal, whatever. What, Fuga? Memories of Steel? Is that what it was? Yeah, it's that studio. And you're like, oh no, this is a bunch of furries. You just, like, immediately go like, oh no. The downside is that, like, Fuga doesn't really have hot character designs. It's certainly not Solitarobo, in which I'm like, damn. That, and I kind of preferred the, like, what is it? The tone of Tail Concerto. Where that was very, like, I know this is not going to make sense to anyone. It was very Time Bokon, and that's very good. It's very good. We love to see that. Aggressively furry. It's true. They sometimes put furry merch on their online store. Was your furry awakening? Don't call it that. Man, I know that Red has, like, one of the most generic, boring designs for, like, a lead furry. And yet I'm sitting there, and I'm like, but, like, I'd still fuck him, though. Look, sometimes you're just easy that night, right? Like, you're just like anything will do. I'll take the generic furry Kirito, sure. Maybe this is better if we just don't have that line there. How does that feel? Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. It's just one of those things that company, like, globally, that company skirts by being like, oh, they're the anime fighting game studio. And in Japan, they're just like laughing stocks. Or people always make fun of it. It's like, maybe you shouldn't have published, like, furry fan magazines. Or, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't have made, like, handkerchiefs with buff bara tigers on them. Damn, I kind of wanted one of those. It's fine. Let's see, how do I want this? There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, duh. Is furry mostly a gay thing in Japan? It depends on the tag. It's Japan. That's a culture of perverts. I say affectionately. And partially not true. Yeah, Oh, okay. Sorry, I was checking a message. They were finally on to Marcus. Marcus is pretty cool. He's not my favorite character in the game, but he's there. He's pretty alright. He's like the reasonable dad character. Which makes him boring. A good father figure. We don't want that in this household. Give me the alcoholic dad that can't hold a job. What, Carl? Is that how his name's supposed to be pronounced? I constantly go like, is it supposed to be Carol or Carl? You have such concerning taste. So bad, bro. I mean, I feel that. He's such a guy. He's such a guy. I think it's the scene where you're gonna go to Otto's place for dinner. Tom like walks downstairs and his dad's cooking, like Carl's like cooking dinner for the first time in like probably years, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm cooking us dinner. I figured maybe, you know," and Tom's just like, "I was invited to dinner tonight. Bye." Because Carl's like just trying to do something nice. And I'm like, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Tom was so mean. He was so rude in that scene, but it was so funny at the same time. It's like the first time the dad tries to be like cool. And Tom just goes, nah. I love how spiteful this man is. Tom is so silly. His text messages with David, 10 out of 10. I love those scenes. Tom is just so rude half the game. He's trying. It's like, maybe that's the reason why I like Tom so much. He's just rude as fuck. And it's really funny to see. I guess he was, like, polite to Raymond during the scene where they were trying to be, like, detectives. He was, like, pretty polite to Raymond that whole time. Comparatively to how, like, Tom talks to other people. I'm just like, yes, yes, finally, a rude protagonist. You know, that isn't Chase. You know, I love Chase. I love him dearly, because, you know, he's literally me for fur. You know, Tom is, like, adjacent to that. He's not quite me for fur. He's now just entertaining. Game is strong. Man, Otto's design is so aggressive to me, specifically, where I'm just like, no, No. He's too much of a big bottomy boy. It's like, no, he's cute. Look at him, he's trying. And then you have just Tom sandbag him. Oh, maybe you could come over to my place? It's like, just oh yeah, we could just invite your we can invite your sister too. No. He's Tom, he's trying to ask you on a date. Tom, please. Tom, be nice. Tom, be polite, please. This poor bear. He's trying his best. We'll get these like creases out of here. Well, yes. We gotta make sure everything is rounded, right? Everything has to be round and cute because it's my artwork, and everything has to be rounded to a point. Nothing's allowed to actually be at a point. Everything has to be rounded. That is the aesthetic I am saddled with. The drawing looks cute. Yeah. I want him as he's just a cute little lad. Because Marcus is just laid back and nice, and then you have Tom that's just sitting there like, I do what I want, old man. That's how he talks. It's fine, it's fine. Bernard and Marcus? No. No! Stuff before the sun rises. Ah, I see, I see. See ya, Michael! Is Bernard a Saint Bernard? Nah. Bernard was he's the polar bear, right? Am I remembering their names correctly? Like, he was the one that, like, really sat Marcus down and had, like, a good chat. One that I was not thinking things during. Where I'm just like, huh. He can top Marcus. Marcus can't do anything about it. It's not my fault. That's not my fault my brain works this way. Can't do anything about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. There's not a good scene with Marcus and Carl at the end of the latest build. It's not. I didn't think anything weird while looking at that CG. It's fine. Look, Venny thought it too. He posted it in the comments. I was not alone. Ain't all detective types breedable? I mean, when someone okay, so this is a me thing because like you know, Japanese children's shows, right? But when I think of detective, my mind immediately goes to Shotaro from the show Kamen Rider Double, the greatest television show ever made, if Japanese TV ratings are anything to go by. That man, he's breedable, but not in a way that I want. There do be a lot of people horny for Shotaro because he's pathetic and a bottom. But he's also twinky as fuck, and like not into that. But you know, good for him. He's pretty alright. He's a fun guy. Kamen Rider Double's a good show. I mean, what? We are 14 years out from when that show aired, and people are still asking for those actors to come back to reprise those roles. And they do sometimes. Did you want one hand while driving? You're bad. You're very, no. Bad though. Everyone makes fun of me for that. And it's not even that uncommon. It's like other people do it. It's pretty normal. I'm sure people in chat do it, and they just don't want to say anything. I don't think anyone else on the server have. More than half the people on the server don't have driver's license, nor drive regularly. It's the reason why I got to watch Messer walk to a burger place, get his burger, and walk back to his place yesterday. Look, he streamed it on the Discord. It was funny. It does though. Driving scares you if you think about it too much. I mean, I do a lot of my driving at nighttime, so I just don't think about it, because it's like, well, no one else is on the road, like, whatever. Well, who cares? The only things out here bothering me when I'm driving at, like, 2 a.m. are the deers. Because I always see those deers sitting at the side of the road, and I'm like, bitch, if you jump out, one, you're dead. And two, I'm gonna be very upset. You panic. It's like, no, you have to not panic. That's how driving works. Hope deer has insurance. Oh my god. Okay. Other than that, it's been fine. I've hit so many different kinds of animals on the road. I think last week I hit a possum. I'm kind of that person that's like, it's going to far more inconvenience me to try to avoid hitting this animal on the road than, like, trying to miss it. So we're just gonna hit it. If they crawl out of the way in time, good on them. No albino mountain lion yet? Nah, I'm still looking. That's the real treasure. That's basically the friends we've made along the way. Alright, see you, 9-0. By the way, what's your favorite My Wolf VN Echo? What are you gonna do? Tell me it doesn't count? Yeah, that's right. You can't tell me it doesn't count. But it's like actively a bad idea to pursue a wolf. Isn't that the same thing in most of the other My Wolf VNs? But no one complains about that. Oh, that's because they like those wolves, so it doesn't count, apparently. We sure do love a double standard. I'm gonna shave that off without, like... I've been saying this, right? Oh no, is it because the narrative of Echo tells you should feel bad about it? And the other games don't? That's basically the only difference. I should probably fill in the rest of Tom's eyes. Can't just leave that, because that's how I would normally, like, if I was doing like a physical drawing, that's how I don't close the eyes. But like that, it doesn't look right in digital if you don't, so like I usually just unfinish it like that and then do a squiggle, like when I'm doing like a graphite drawing. Have fun walking. Yeah, it'll be fun. It's good. It's good. You know, walking is overrated. You know, for years, one of my favorite heroes in the DC universe couldn't walk, and they did all right in life. They eventually gave them back their ability to walk. I was very sad. It's like, no, we can no longer make, like, funny jokes about Barbara being stuck in a wheelchair. Batgirl? Her name was Oracle. Come on. We had 2 other Batgirls at the time. Did they get to run into people in their wheelchair? God, I wish. No, Barbara's too much of a bottom for that. She never, like, mobilized her wheelchair. She would usually just have a gun. You know, one of those weird things that they don't like to mention, that, like, the Bat family is entirely trained in most forms of firearms. But they don't like to mention that in the movies and things. I think one of my favorite scenes where they mention that in the comics is you have like 10-year-old Jason Todd getting taught how to fire a pistol by Bruce. That scene's real cute. Bonding moment. You know, the early years with Jason were like kind of wholesome. Like, people remember Jason being a lot worse than he actually was. You know, it's kind of one of those things where, oh, he was the first replacement, so people didn't really, like, take to the character just because of that. But, I guess, like, most people are okay with the fact that he died. Just because we got, like, Red Hood out of it, and it's like, like, I guess Red Hood's fine. He's, like, just fine, though. Since it's been 15 years? And they still haven't done anything with that character. They just actively don't know what to do. They're like, okay, Jason's, like... He's Batman with a gun. What do we do with that? He's Batman with a gun. He's like a member of the Bat family, but not a member of the Bat family because he uses guns actively rather than passively. Okay, but what do we do with him? And I'm like, DC, it's been 15 years. Like, come on. So they can't do that anymore, Cirrus, because they made a movie about Red Hood, and thus people now just expect him to be around forever. And a lot of people, like, the movie is now so old that, like, people have nostalgia for that movie, so... there you go. Like that one weird family member. A little bit. It's one of those weird things where depending on who's writing, they'll be like, Jason isn't allowed to be here. And then some writers are like, Jason. Like, they'll have all the cast, like, be happy to see Jason, like, around. They have not decided which one it's supposed to be. It's like, are you friends? Are you not friends? Are you going to be Barbara's love interest? Are you not going to be? Like, what are we doing here, friends? It's like, please make a decision. Or just kill him off. That's an option. That's an option. We can kill him again. We can Roy Harper him. It's fine. I think Rory is back in the continuity. I think. Or is he still dead from Heroes in Crisis? I don't keep up with the Arrow books, so I don't care anymore. I feel like I haven't cared about Rory Harper since the New 52 started. Because I'm like, if you're going to backtrack a character that much, I'm not going to care anymore. No, Cirrus, they can't do that, because Nightwing already does that. Nightwing has Bloodhaven. And of course the Titans. It makes it different. His big chonky eyebrows. Do you all like when they have like big chunky eyebrows? I know that like when I design things, I never really put in eyebrows. Not typically. I like to put all of the like ways for emoting like on the eye itself. Hello, Kopika. Drawing men again? How often? Like, when am I not drawing men? Like. Trying to recapture the joy of his roots since they did that with Roy Harper. Like, they keep making Jason circle the drain of, like, I hate the Joker, he killed me. Does Batman, like, does Bruce even care about me? I'm basically his adopted son. Does anyone in the Bat family care about me? Followed by everyone in the Bat family going, like, Jason, we do care about you. And he's like, I'm alone, everyone hates me. And we rinse and repeat that every couple years. And I'm like, Jesus, how am I supposed to take this character seriously? And I can't even, like, give him the unique thing of, like, oh, he was the Robin that failed, because Stephanie is also there. Like, whoops, okay. And, like, I get it. Stephanie was Robin before Jason came back to life, so, like, things... Oh, wait, is that true? When did Infinite Crisis happen? They all hated me. That's basically what it is. They, like, always have Jason have that type of monologue, and Damian, and I'm like, we can't have two Robins be doing this. And I'd rather we just kill Damian, so, like... Can we just kill him off and call it a day? I know we can't. I know we can't do that. Damian's already scheduled to be in, like, the... well, is he... Yeah, he's scheduled to be the Robin in the new movies coming out. In James Gunn's, like, DC universe. Like, he already said, like, I'm using Damian. And it's like, damn it. Tim got robbed again. I thought Damian was growing on you. Respecting storytelling with a character and liking a character are two very different things. It's like, I respect the character of Connor Kent. I don't give a shit about him, though. And if you're gonna be like, maybe we'll put in a Superboy character, I want it to be John and not Connor. Because I much prefer John in that role than Connor. Granted, Connor's now, like, stuck with the name Superboy. I kind of dislike that. It's weird once you realize that, like, Connor is supposed to be in his mid to late 20s now, and still uses the name Superboy. Yet John Kent, who's, like, 19, 20, uses the code name Superman. Like... Oh, Cirrus, you would get crucified in the street for saying that. Like, yes, technically the Superboy in Young Justice goes by the name Connor Kent. I guess technically that's true. But boy, no one treats him as if he's Connor. Like, in the fan base. Most Superboy fans hate that show. Almost universally because of how they portrayed Connor. And, like, I can't blame them. Like, holy shit. What happened? Greg, please. The head writer's name is Greg Wiseman. Because of course I know that off the top of my head. It's like, Greg, I usually love your work. Why is Superboy so different? Why is everyone so different? He basically just created a new cast of characters and then gave them the names of old characters. Like, oh my god. How is he different in the comics? Well, Connor is supposed to be like a punk rock type character. Like, wears a leather jacket, slicked back hair, and goes, yeah, I'm so cool, puts on sunglasses. He's supposed to be haughty and full of himself and very comedic. Yup. It was, that was a real shame to see what happened in the TV series. Yeah, so basically nobody likes Connor in there. Like, most people don't even call him Connor because they refuse to call him by the same name. And it's basically that way for everyone in the TV series. You can definitely tell that Greg Weisman decided to create archetypes that would fit a teen drama, and then fill out the cast that way, rather than like really adapting the characters. Kind of the same way that they did the 2003 Teen Titans show, where like if you're a fan of the comics, you probably dislike that show or think it's meh. Because like, damn, because I don't really like the 2003 Teen Titans cartoon. That show's a travesty at times. Like, what did you do? What did you do? Beast Boy's now lame. Beast Boy used to be like compelling and a character you liked to see, and now he's just like a stoner asshole. Like, what? What happened? So for extra context, serious on why no one will ever respect the Young Justice version of Superboy is, in the comics at the time, DC retconned Connor out of history. He no longer existed. So they were like, Connor no longer exists. Here's this TV show. So it was like, not a great time. How is he non-lame? Beast Boy was always one of the more empathetic characters in the cast of Teen Titans, where like, yes, he would joke around, but he would do that specifically to lighten the mood for other people, and he would take into account like their emotions and even like their senses of humor to make jokes to make them laugh, to always like make sure that like they're happy. So he was a far more like considerate character. So he's a bottom? Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. It's the reason why like Beast Boy and Raven as a couple has always been like one of the cutest couples in Teen Titans. Purely based on like his personality and how her powers work. Because Raven's whole powers, because they removed this in the TV series because they're lame, but like Raven's whole thing is that she's an empath, so she takes on the emotions of everyone around her and can read the emotions of everyone around her. So like Beast Boy would always try to be upbeat and happy around her so that she could experience joy because of like how hard her life has been. Real cute. It's real cute. It's a shame that they just made Raven a generic goth GF in the 2003 cartoon. It's like, oh, she's no longer like an engaging character. She's now just fat bait for like straight teenage boys. And it's like, come on, that was supposed to be Starfire's job in the comics. And at least then, Starfire was funny about it. Why are you apologizing? That's so silly. Turn yourself into a horse. Okay, but that's good. Yeah. Okay, but unironically, I liked Teen Titans Go. Everyone hates me for this opinion, and I'm tired of being correct. Where I dislike the 2003 show, but I would watch any episode of Teen Titans Go. Cause that shit cuts deep. It's real funny. I was like, oh no, there are people on the staff that read the comics. They're making the good jokes. But I've heard only bad things about it. Josh, that opinion makes me upset. I think it was when, so like I think it was the episode that Terra showed up in Teen Titans Go that I was like, wait, no, this is based. Because they went with a parody of her comic personality, and that's good. That's a good joke. And you have so many, like, good background gags. I'll never get over seeing the urn in the back of, like, I think it's in... is it in Raven's room or in Robin's room? I forget which one it was. But there's an urn in the background that's simply labeled Second Robin with a crowbar propped up next to it. And I'm just like, yes, that's so good. That's so funny. Oh my god. No, that show had good jokes. That show was alright. Like, I totally understand why people dislike it. It's all good. But, oh, that show was cooking. It reminded me a lot of, like, Marvel had produced a show a couple years prior to Teen Titans Go, with the worst designs and the worst name for marketing I had ever seen in my life, titled, like, the Superhero Squad Show. And that show was based, but it was also ass, like, to watch. So it just immediately did not do well. And, like, the comedy, way too... I hope you've read comics for, like, 80 years. Because there was way too many in-jokes in that show. And they were good. Oh my god, those jokes were hilarious. But I don't know if that humor was funny to children. Because they would just be making fun of shit all the time. Oh my god, stupid episode where they show you the soul gem, like for the Infinity Gauntlet, and it's Adam Warlock is in it, and there's a bunk bed, and it's because Thanos and him now have to share, like, the soul gem as their, like, apartment, and they have to share a bunk bed. 10 out of 10, that's really funny, if you know their relationship in the comics. Unfortunate, but... No, that shit was good. That shit was pretty alright. I think I also have a chip on my shoulder about the 2003 Teen Titans show for fucking up the Doom Patrol as much as they did. Because I don't think I'll ever get over that. We're like, I like the Doom Patrol. I think they're really cool. And when they showed up in that series, they were awful. And then everyone was like, oh, well, you can't have a true adaptation of the Doom Patrol in a children's cartoon because they're too fucked up. right? Like the Doom Patrol's too fucked up of a team. You can't do it in a cartoon. And then Batman Brave and the Bold did it like in 2009. And that show was just a comedy. And they went out of their way to change the tone of the show just for the Doom Patrol episode to get like a real adaptation out of that cast. Oh, that one's still like one of my favorite episodes from Brave and the Bold. Is just the Last Patrol. 10 out of 10 episode. But I also understand why, like, that episode was not popular with, like, the TV audience. It was definitely a really cool episode if you're, like, familiar with the Doom Patrol. And yeah, they only focused on, like, the original members of the Doom Patrol, but they let, like, you have background cameos for the other members, and that was kind of cute. Where it's like, oh, you see a poster of Flex Mentallo in the background. Man, that's a comic that can never be adapted. Yeah. Like the plot twist in Flex Mentallo being like, oh god, how would you even like describe it? It was like, it wasn't quite a it's all a dream, because like it wasn't. But it was very much like, oh, the antagonist of the book is the person creating the story, because the story of Flex Mentallo was a fictional story within the comic. Huh. It was very weird. All right, see you, sleep cat. Because that comic definitely had like a rather literal theme of like ideas have power, and so like you shouldn't fill the world with bad ideas. And the metaphor they use is like a bomb, where they're like, oh, like a bomb started out as just an idea, but imagine if like something else was thought of instead to benefit people rather than to kill. It was a very weird comic. We have people battling with ideas, and was anything happening physically within the universe, or was it all just purely imagination? And a lot of like meaning of life monologues. But it did have a character masturbating, so you know, I guess it's got something, like, sure. Like, I get it. I guess that's part of the theme. You had a kid that like drew porn and then like jerked off to it. Look, only in a Grant Morrison comic book. Cause that man be wild. He's just like you for I don't. I mean, like I have, but like, no, shut up. It's not a regular thing. It's fine. Do artists do that? It's actually a little difficult because it's like, it's something that you made, and so it's harder to like be aroused by it. Usually what ends up happening is the act of drawing it helps you get horny. rather than like the image itself. A lot of unfinished sketches. I mean, that's not incorrect. When you draw the bulge, no. Terrible, terrible. Like, do you think I would be so vulgar? Don't answer that. Hear it loud and proud. Now you stop that. They've been smaller? Are you complaining about it? Like, do you want them to be bigger? Is that what it is? Like, what if I think Chunter doesn't deserve? I'm horny and proud. No. Maybe you're getting more modest and refined taste in your older age? Never. I still have, like, the worst taste in men. It is real bad. Reconnect Kingdom Hearts. Very good, very good. We love to see it. It's perfectly fine. Maybe, sorta. Oh my god. Look, see, the problem is that I know 100% I'd fall for a guy like Leo. A 100%. I'd probably be okay with it. It's too perfect to exist. Oh no. I don't know about that one, Chief. With a stick trap? You really could. Look, if they didn't want me to fall for Leo, they shouldn't have made him attractive in the first place. I say first place. I mean, like, after updates. Oh, I actually did that too large. Wrong tool. That was my bad. There we go. A twink chunter pillow. You know, if they released a chunter body pillow, I'd think about it. I'd definitely think about it. Josh, what? He's like me for fur. Oh, no. Terrible, terrible. What the other side would be? Okay, but like that would be good though. Like I would love to have like Chase on one side and Shadow Chase on the other. Like fuck, man. That's pretty good. That's what I want. Am I gonna cheat? I think I'm gonna cheat. Yeah. I had legs on the mine. Ah, that's pretty good as well. I'd take either. I think I'd want Shadow Chase on one side. Just because I think that'd be really funny. You have with Chase with goatee and without goatee. Which chunter is your favorite? His iconic otter musk. Stop. No. They did talk about that a lot, didn't they? I always forget how often they would mention, like, how much Chunter stank. It's like characters would mention how he smells, and of course all of the iconic ticks, right? Huff aroma? Stop. Did you buy it? Did anyone try it? No? Yes? What? You would? I mean, I don't think I would have, like, a mighty need, but I'd be, like, very curious about it. I mean, Japan puts out, like, perfumes and colognes and stuff for anime characters, so, like, whatever. Yeah, ta-ta-ta-ta. Yeah, ta-ta-ta-ta. Eye-opening and watering experience. Terrible. Would you a chunter, guys? Would you spend an intimate evening with the chunter? I feel like I just want to know what his idea of a good date is, you know? Alright, thanks for stopping by, Alex. Always good seeing you. I'm not proud of the things I do with them. And not the, the triple S Daddy Bronson, now look here. I always put Mr. Bronson at the top, and then people always go, Josh, you can't do that. And I'm like, he's daddy, though. He's very daddy. And everyone should respect that about Mr. Bronson. Mr. Johnson was actually triggering. Oh, it was triggering, all right. how hard he'd fight you to top. No. Experiencing a different reaction. It's not a problem, okay? It's not a problem. It's perfectly a normal reaction. He's daddy. Ready to shoot. Ah. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's still my favorite scene in Echo. For non-horny reasons. Like, I just legitimately, like, love that scene. It's so good. It's like, nah, my favorite two scenes are definitely, like, the Mr. Bronson scene and the, chase on the train. That little monologue. I like that a lot. It fucked you up seeing it. I guess just different things fuck me up. I kind of looked at that and went like, lit, fire, dab. Like, in that order, of course. We're not gonna pay attention too hard about whether or not these are good circles or not, because I do not care. I do not want this to be a 10-hour thingy thing. We're already like 3 hours into inking. Fuck you for hurting Murdoch and Cynthia. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. I don't love that. By the anime you watched? Now look here. The anime I watched was nice and wholesome. Oh, here we go. You're just such an angry cat, though. You're doing the angry villain laugh again? What do you mean? I don't have a villain laugh. You can't prove anything. Oh, I still have to, like, draw his... like, t-shirt line. Well, Tom has a sweater. This lad's a weirdo and wears a sweater. Like a turtleneck sweater. Oh, this is losing. As if making a point? Oh my god. You don't have to think too hard about it. It's fine. Look, we know that Marcus is a wholesome Christian man. He would not let those thoughts pervert his thought process. He's a good lad. Turtlenecks are schmexy? No. You can't do this. You don't understand. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, This is why I don't typically put in circles. But a camera lens is a camera lens. It'll be lopsided. It's fine. No one's gonna care. Ah, hello, Wolverine. Yeah, it's Chinya. Just some good boys from Chinya. Maybe we'll get around to drawing the other good boys at some point. Because there are, fortunately, a lot of good boys in that game. Or unfortunately, because it is like, oh, I almost hope there aren't traditional routes in this game, just because it's like, how are you going to make me choose between these boys? You had to apologize. Because, like, the choices have been a little weird in Chinya, where I'm like, how is that gonna factor in? Like, romantically, anyway. Like, maybe there won't be. I don't know. I remember hearing one of the developers mention, like, there will be romantic options, but that'll be, like, very secondary. And I'm like, shit, one of my decisions got Otto to have a black eye. And then he still tried to ask me out on a date anyway. Otto, please. Don't be that down bad. I know you're a himbo bear, but, like, come on. I am not getting this circle right. This is the reason why this program needs a shape tool. I think the second version of Psy does, but I'm lazy. Oh, Kopika, yes. I guess we'll just do that. Yeah. Let us do this. We will just shave that all off. We'll just and we'll get rid of all of that. We don't need it. Where Tom is described as being such a skilled top, apparently, with the fox guy. Really? Tom topped during that. I assume he lied, he just, like, took it lying down. Like money's money, kind of. That makes that so much funnier. And stretched afterwards? Ah, I guess I just didn't realize that's what they meant. Very good, very good. We love Tom in this household. He is certainly a little lad. Is that too big? Maybe if I... That's a better arc. Do you think Tom could pull topping Marcus or anyone else? Definitely Otto. I look at Otto and I'm like, that's a gentle boy. He's actually just a hole. Bitch, what about me? You're literally just a hole. You're literally a fucking bottom. You're just a hole. Oh dear. Oh no. Do you really like I assume Aliash. I assume that man's a top. I don't think David is. I look at David and I'm just like, he's also just a hole. I'm not happy about how much I like David, because I shouldn't. I'm like, I shouldn't like David. He's like one of those people that I normally dislike as a love interest. And instead I'm laughing at all of his really cringe dialogue, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Hello, Selkie. No, we love David. We love David in this household. He's so funny for no reason. Like, sure, he's funny because he's pathetic, but like, yeah, yes, 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 yes. Being charmed by the cringe. You should know how much I love cringe. No one should be surprised at this. Everyone should be like, ah, Josh likes a cringy thing, it must be Tuesday. Like, that should be the reaction. Like, skibbity rizlet bottom. I literally don't know what that means. Everyone says shit like that. Everyone's saying skibbity toilet nonsense. I'm just like, I don't understand. I don't care. I don't want to care. Have at it. Have fun. Leave. Go off. I blame Ian. Maybe I should just ink that all out. Whatever. You're not hip, you use swag. Oh my god. But why not use Cetus Lapidus? Why not try to bring that back? Is it too late? I want to believe it's never too late. That is just gibberish to be good. I'm so glad. I don't know if no, that video definitely came out. Maybe? I think so. where Darian and I talk about Descendants 4, and I start the video by saying Cetus Lapidus, and Darian had a bit of a crisis major when when he heard that. Also, Selkie, since you're here, so Darian and I, we started season 3 of Riverdale. I don't know what's happening anymore in that show. The ride is so good. the ride is so good. Like Archie going to jail, Betty having to deal with like a weird cult, and Jughead having to battle against a haunted D&D campaign that's bringing a creature called the Gargoyle King to life to murder people. I don't understand. Who comes up with this shit? Who comes up with this shit? By the way, that's all one episode. It's just all in one episode. Like, what is happening? Yeah, it's getting weird now. I kind of didn't get it when people were like, Josh, the show gets weird. Because I'm like, the show just seems like a really bad Twin Peaks ripoff. This is the ride from now on, bestie. I mean, I love the scene in which a serial killer tries to murder Cheryl, and Cheryl jumps out a window, Clash changes into an archer, and then starts trying to murder the serial killer with a bow and arrow. Like, that's... Like, what was happening? She went from wearing pajamas, like jumping out the window, and when the killer like comes out the front door to confront her outside, she's now wearing like full leather archer gear with this like vibrant red hooded coat, full like quiver and bow drawn, and I'm like, what is happening? She's like, I never miss. Guy takes one step forward, she shoots him in the shoulder, and is just like, I said I never miss. He starts running away from her as she starts tracking him in the woods. Like, what is happening? What is... That show, you know, a blessing, for sure. Like... Because, you know, Darian and I tried to watch some of the other, like, CW shows as if you were watching the Smoke Room playthrough, you know. We would talk about, like, we watched a couple episodes of some of the other shows, like Gossip Girls and Pretty Little Liars and Vampire Diaries, and they were all so lame. Riverdale, though, it just keeps delivering. The mediocrity into absolute what is happening is too good. I'm having too good of a time. It's not fair. It wasn't supposed to be this way. We were supposed to watch one episode, be like, and then stop watching. And now we're like 50 episodes in. By the way, how does Darian feel about getting William killed in his bad choices? Does he know? Yeah, he knows. He doesn't mind. Like, he's just kind of like, oh, lit. So that's there's differences? That's cool. That's kind of his reaction. It works. Yeah, no, it's a weirdly good time. I kind of love how often Riverdale just throws caution to the wind and just makes an episode. They don't care if they will follow up on that idea later. They're making their episode. I think what gets me is the reveal of who the Black Hood is, because that one is just so, oh, we wrote this in 3 episodes before the reveal. Which, 10 out of 10. That was so good. I love that the entire show, they're like, the Black Hood, he has green eyes. You'll know him by his green eyes. And then they reveal Hal is the Black Hood who has blue eyes. But 2 episodes before the reveal, he just suddenly has green eyes. And they don't even go, he has contacts or something. No, the show just wants to pretend that he had green eyes the whole time. Like 10 out of 10. It's good. Let's see here. There we go. I also can't deal with the stinger at the end of episode 1 of season 3, where like Polly and Alice throw Polly's twin babies into a fire, and then they levitate out of the fire, and then Betty faints, and it cuts the credits. Like, I can't. What? What? Like, what is happening? Like, good. I'm so here for it. Like, is it magic? Was it a hallucination? I don't care. I'm having too much fun. I'm hoping the cult that, like, Alice and Polly have, like, joined into is also just straight up magic. That's what I want. I want that so badly. I also want the character Kevin to go die, but, you know, that's, you know, he's gay, so he shouldn't be allowed to live. So... He's like the worst character on the show. Like, what am I supposed to say? He's supposed to be like, I'm the gay character, and then Cheryl comes up and it's like, I'm a lesbian, and suddenly the show just doesn't care about Kevin anymore. Which, you know, fair. Anything to give Cheryl more screen time, because that actress is delivering. Every scene she's in. Just, she's going. She's acting her heart out. Love that for her. Hostility. It always is, though. Because shows are always like, no, only one's allowed to be relevant. It's a whole thing, no worries. Because, boy, even when Kevin was, like, the sole representation, he didn't do a damn thing anyway. Like, every time, like, he would walk into a scene, I would just, like, sigh and go, like, Kevin, why the fuck are you here? Like, no one likes you. Half of his scenes are like, I can't get a date tonight. Wah. Gay. And that's like 90% of his character. Either that or it's daddy issues, and those are never connected. Does any show do gay male characters justice? No. No. That's what we have furry VNs for. That's how we, that's where we gotta go. Like, it's no worries. It's good there. Kind of. They're at least giving something. Da. Now we're almost there. We're getting places. Every show is too cowardly to write gays well. It's kind of true. I usually just see it as like a lack of interest. In hopefully not a hostile way. Just like the writers are just like, eh. Like not my thing. And you can always tell. Why don't we do this? So season 3 that has vanished. It seems like it. Because season 2 is mostly like murder. There's a serial killer on the loose. And we have to deal with a gang war. And that's pretty fine. Like the melodrama in the episodes is like at an 11. And that's kind of like the big thing. But the actual like storylines happening are pretty tame. But yeah, it seems like season 3 is where they just go. I don't know. I heard there's a zombie apocalypse at some point. Someone mentioned that to me, and I'm like, what? I kind of I was a little taken aback at that. Obviously, I'm not there yet, so I don't know. But, I don't know how real that claim is. But I am interested in seeing everything that happens. Because season 1 was like actually just, hey, someone died. Was it murder? And it's just like high school teen drama. Like it's bad Twin Peaks, and then it becomes like an actual murder like a serial killer type slasher thing, and then I don't know what season 3 we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. I really don't know. But I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. I loved like, I love that Jughead went to an event, and like, cause like at. I think it was at like the malt shop, like at Pops's, right? Like the diner they go to. He sees some kids playing like the D&D campaign, and he like walks over a little bit, and the guy's like, no, like get out of here, right? And when he's at like an event for something, it was just an event, right? One of the other classmates just shuffles up to Jughead and was just like, I saw that you were interested. It's not just a game, and then just runs away. Just like, what? Like, what? What's happening? What? Normal D&D player interaction? Okay, but that's real, though. That's real, though. You right. That's a normal interaction. it's just, at the end of the episode, like, Jughead goes out into the woods investigating, and he finds 2 of his classmates dead with, like, scars all over them, and they're in, like, a huddled worshipping position in front of a totem in the shape of the Gargoyle King, with, like, goblets of poison in front of them, and I'm like, what's happening? What is happening? This was a mystery show about petty high school drama. What is happening? Very good time. Like, actually a great time. As soon as I heard that the showrunner of Riverdale wanted to make a Scooby-Doo series next, I'm like, give it to him. Give it. It can't be any more cringe than Velma. So just, let's go. Let's have it all crash and burn. It's fine. I want to see what this man does with Scooby-Doo. Because Scooby-Doo is already insane. So... You look at some of those Scooby-Doo movies and they're just off the rails. Look, I love what Scooby-Doo Happy Halloween, in which Velma needs to get decipher clues from Jonathan Crane, the Scarecrow from the Batman universe, while being driven around by Bill Nye the Science Guy with Elvira, while they're trying to, track down Elvira to save her. Like, yes, keep going. We can put in more stupid shit in this movie. And that's the real reason why Velma sucks. It just doesn't go anywhere. Like, regular Scooby-Doo is more wild. Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo is iconic. It really is. I love that just Velma has Bill Nye the Science Guy on speed dial. Like, of course they would just be casually friends. Like, didn't even, no, it's like, no, it's fine. No explanation. We don't need it. I can believe it. Deep in my Kokoro. That's why it's like, nah, no idea is too stupid for Scooby-Doo. Just put it in there. Otherwise, you're a coward. You know, like the show Velma, which was pretty cowardly about how it used its plot points and things. I, immediately fell off as soon as I was told that, Scrappy was the villain. And I'm like, really? We're doing this again. We're doing this. Do a Predator sequence? Oh my god. Being wild these days? Oh my god. It's so weird because Mystery Incorporated did more with that idea of Fred being an entitled rich boy than this show, and it wasn't even trying to be political or anything. Well, it was trying to be Mystery Incorporated was weird because it's great. I'm just saying. I love Scooby-Doo trying to hunt down a Cthulhu monster in order to reset the timeline. Yes, whoever pitched that. Perfect. That, and they made the villain a bird just for me. 10 out of 10. Good representation. We love to see it. Hot dog, really? Shit was wild. I still, because what, that was like 2012, 2013? And I'm like, that aired on television. I'm sitting there like jaw agape. Or like mouth agape, whatever that phrasing is. As they gun down Hot Dog Water as a character. Like, wow, we really did just bring in some Nazi robots and gun down a lesbian. 10 out of 10 on this Y7 children's show. And then people had the gall to say that Steven Universe was was even comparable to what Scooby-Doo was doing. It is very good. It's like, yes, more of that, please. He's just a little guy. That was dark. That was just Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. That show was doing a lot of weird-ass shit for no reason, doing whatever it wants. I mean, Angel Dynamite suffocates to death, and no one talks about that one. Or rather, she either suffocates to death or explodes. Take your pick. Because the show doesn't clarify. That episode was lit, though. That episode was so good. Yeah, Angel Dynamite died before, like, the big dash for the finale. When they were in that underwater, like, facility. Yeah. Shit was wild. You also had some of the weirdest ass, like, monsters they chose for some of the episodes. Oh, because what was it? Like, the first villain they fought in Season 2 was, was it the zombie clown man baby or something? Or was it a ghost? It was a zombie or a ghost, like, man baby clown. And I'm like, oh, this is for someone. Oh, dear. Oh, no. That episode was very weird. Oh, eh? Let's shave that down. Okay, there we go. Wasn't he a reoccurring villain? He was in 3 episodes. Because they, like, failed to capture him the first episode he appeared in, and they, like, spent a couple episodes doing other things, and then went back to capture the man baby. You know, make the mystery feel serialized instead of just an episodic show. It was novel for the time. Even though, like, most of Cartoon Network's television that year was all serialized storytelling. But, you know, we don't like to talk about that, apparently. We'll just lie to ourselves and say it started with Steven Universe. I'm not bitter. You're bitter. Because Ben 10 had already, like, started doing, like, full serialized stories at that point. Basically, all of Star Wars was Basically all of like Star Wars: The Clone Wars was serialized storytelling. We had the amazing symbiotic Titan out here dying for your sins. Hello, Chase. No. It was just a Steven Universe jump scare. No worries. We're not talking about it. Don't worry. You know, you had all 5 people watching Tron Uprising. That was a serialized series. Yep, all 5 people total on the planet watching that as it was airing. I remember those days. Man, that show really got released to die. With the onion head girl, yeah! Her head was a whole ass onion. And Keith from Voltron, don't do this man dirty like this. No. He's so much better than that. No. And that was like years before that show. He has the mullet. He does. But that doesn't mean you can do this man dirty and compare him to that monstrosity. Lance was cool. He was doing his thing. Let's see here. Okay, we'll just do that. We'll be real lazy about it. And we'll also ink the collar to match Tom's, since I did ink Tom's collar. Here we go. Yeah, Who's the boy? This is Tom and Marcus from Chinya. So this one, the cat doll. The little cat doll is Tom. And you have Marcus, who is a doggo. They are cute lads. Well, we'll just do this. Then we'll... I should not be using this brush size for this. Okay, there we go. Let's do a quick once over. Yeah. I had hope it was from Socially Awkward. Socially Awkward? I remember that game. I think I remember that game. Oh, long ago. Do people still keep up with that one? Is that one that people, like, care about still? You do? Okay, okay. Because I haven't touched it in years, so... Is it getting updates? Yeah, that was kind of my question. Because, like, I don't know. Oh, so it does update. Maybe once a year? Maybe twice a year? Hey, what do you think of these lads? What do you think of it? Is it cute? Yeah. Don't be too hopeful. Pouty boy. He's just such a pouty boy in the game. Tom is such a little guy. He's just... He's so fuck you, old man. I can do what I want. He's good. He's very good. And Dilf, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Hopefully I'll figure out a way to get the chat working, or maybe YouTube will fix it on their end, since this is technically their fault. Because this is reasons, right? I explained it at the beginning of the stream. I looked into it a little bit, but it is not my fault that the chat box isn't working, okay? It's a YouTube end problem. So hopefully they'll, like, fix that. Or I can find out another way to have the chat displayed. We'll figure something out. If I have to physically retype the chat as we're going, we're not doing that. That's not happening. That would be funny. I think that would be funny. But alright, everyone. I'll be heading out. So I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.